competition behind him gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hogue Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of a game between the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. We talk about this upcoming game against the Bucs and much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, John?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Excellent.
Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode numero 536.
Oh, man.
The 500 and Sean Taylor's rookie episode.
Rookie number. Yep.
What's
36.
the deal with that? Oh, man. Let's see. Where do we want to start on this week's podcast? We were going to do it last week when the game was fresh in our minds, but I was just like, what did I say to you? I'm not feeling it, dude.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it was something like I'm not feeling it. I was like, all right. I mean, we had 2 weeks. Take a week off, just like the Redskins did not last week.
Dude, the Redskins are in bad shape.
The Redskins are 2-6, and I'm not sure if they're going to win another game. I'm not sure if Fitzpatrick is going to come back this year. Again, I think it's becoming less and less likely every week. We've got a number of injuries. We lost Chris Roulier for the season. Right when we started talking him up, lathering him up.
Montez Ball Sweat is done for 4 to 6.
He got his jaw broken in that game. What the hey?
I don't know. Maybe it was when he jumped off sides again. Like every time we have like a 3rd and 8 or something, he jumps off sides a lot, dude.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So that was a nice penalty on his part. As far as the Broncos are concerned.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, now we got to listen to those horse sounds. It's 3rd down. With the like ninnying.
You know, I thought it was bad when you're at Carolina. It's like,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know that.
And dude, remember in the beginning? I thought it was. Dude, remember the cheerleaders?
John Elway. I thought someone left John Elway's mic on. Personally.
Remember the cheerleaders at the beginning of the game with those like inflatable horses?
The big inflatable like horses, like those the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Those are so funny.
That was the coolest thing.
That was the coolest thing about that game.
Yeah. You know what wasn't cool? Losing by. We lost by 7 points. Would we have won that game if we hadn't? If we had a kicker? If we hadn't blew it? Let's discuss that, John. Let's do some deep dive analysis on what could have happened had we had faith in our kicker. Well, let's see. It was 4th down, and instead of kicking a field goal in the first quarter from our 19-yard line, we went for it, and we blew it.
Didn't get it. Blew it.
Which, by the way, in this game, we were 1 of 5 on 4th down. 1 of 5.
Which, the first thing when you say that, I'm like, we went for it 5 times on 4th down?
Play some damn football. You sucked on the field today.
And we somehow got one of those. Because we are inept in a lot of different places. When you see us line up in like a heavy jumbo type package, you're just like, no, we're not going to get it.
We suck. Dude, and the whole game, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I thought that Norv Jr. was smart, was actually showing some, I'll explain these glasses in a minute. I thought Norv Jr. was smart in that if you saw through the whole game, he was totally setting up Heineke to keep the ball, because on those play actions, he kept acting like he still had it and would like take a few steps, like I don't know, like RG3 or someone used to do, and
Right.
He set it up the whole game. And I thought at the end when we needed that first down, he was going to run a similar play, but actually let him keep it. Heineke, like, no one was biting on it. Heineke would have probably gone 10 yards because they were like, oh, he's not going to
He's not running the ball. He's not running
Yeah.
the ball. And I don't know what Scott Turner, I don't know what Norv Jr. is thinking, but that's his strongest suit. Let him run the ball. I know there's a spy on the other side of the ball most often. You see him in the game. But let him run the ball. It's not like he's like a great starting quarterback. Part of his game is running the ball. We know when he throws up deep, it's throwing up a bunch of lame ducks. So
Oh my gosh.
you got to let him use his legs, man.
Do we want to go there? All right, first of all, I'm looking for the individual plays to see how many yards he had here. So let me see here.
Who for Heineke?
Yeah, okay, I found it. So Heineke running. Okay, Heineke running 1 carry for 10 yards. That's it. One.
That's it. Why is he not running the ball?
He had 90 yards the week before, didn't he? Against the Packers? It was
Maybe.
something big. He ran a lot. All right. So yeah, that sucked. All right, that sucked. Norv Turner Jr., in my opinion, is part of this problem too. These plays are so vanilla. I mean, I was watching other games this weekend, and I mentioned this in Discord. I see these teams run like actual interesting plays. We run the same 4 plays.
All the time. And people like, when we get Samuel back, it's going to expand the playbook dramatically and everything. And I'm just like, this sounds just like when Norv Sr. was here. And it's like, we're going to be better. We're going to be better. We're going to be better. We were never better. Never.
No. Norv Jr., man, can't we find someone else that's actually good?
Well,
There's so much nepotism in football. It's not even funny, especially in the coaching trees.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you can say that about the entire thing. I am not totally convinced that this coaching staff is. I mean, do you guys want them to be around next year and maybe draft our first round pick, who might be a top 5 pick, to get a quarterback? We're gonna get someone who sucks. I don't know.
Are you suggesting that you're done with Ron Rivera?
I'm not suggesting that. Well, I'm certainly done with Norv Jr.
I'm done with Norv Jr. I'm not even done with Jack Del Rio.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
And Larry
Year and a half
Hess.
doesn't. And who?
Larry Hess. No. What's
yeah.
Isn't he the name of the isn't he the guy that's our trainer now? Didn't he come out of retirement to be our trainer?
Bubba Tire?
Oh, Bubba Tire. Sorry. I'm done with him. Look how many injuries we're getting.
Dude, that's what we used to say every year back in Bubba Tire 1.0.
You know
Like,
why?
this dude's 100 years old. We need to get rid of him, get someone else. And we brought in Dr. Death.
And we can't even... Dude, we can't even make this stuff up. We brought him back because our trainer got raided by the DEA.
DEA, like government charges.
They raided his house. They raided the facility. And he's gone, and we haven't even heard what happened to him. Like, he haven't said anything.
Anything since.
He's under investigation. Well, did he get arrested? Is he in jail? What has he been accused of? Oh my gosh.
Drogas.
Yeah, I think Ron should stay around for another year. And, you know, I kind of felt like I didn't want to say it because I was hoping for the best, just like everyone else.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like he didn't really want to give up the whole farm for any of the quarterbacks that came out last year. And
Right, yeah.
And he kind of felt like I don't know. I kind of feel like he thought that quarterback was going to be the one last piece and we could put together a somewhat strong season with Fitzpatrick, and that got ruined in week 1. So, I mean, I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass on the year, to tell you the truth. But our team, oh my gosh.
I'm just not totally sold on I mean, everything he's been doing has been great as far as just like trying to make the team decent,
more like professionals,
on and off the field. all the crap he's had to deal with off the field. I mean, he's a de facto like spokesperson for the team because of all the things he's talking about. And he's dealing with cancer and just what a mess.
Yeah, I'll give him a pass on the season, but
But there's a lot of people who are just like, he's like an old dinosaur. They don't know what they're doing. They're using this old stuff that's not going to work anymore. So.
Well, I'm starting to believe the whole thing about there's no point in building up a strong defense since they don't let you play defense anymore. It's two-hand tag.
Yeah.
What's the point of having a super strong defense if half the time when you make a good play they're going to call pass interference or roughing the passer call?
Roughing the passer. Yeah.
And it's almost impossible. Yeah, it's almost impossible to make the margin of error of making a good play that's not a penalty called on it is so small. It's like almost impossible. Yeah. So you have to make mediocre plays and you're a step late, and it's not fair to the defense. Yet we spent 800,524 first round picks in a row on defense, and now our defense for whatever reason sucks. And part of it are the rules that I don't even know the rules. I gave up trying to even know the rules anymore. Every time you're like, dude, that's not the rule. And I'm like, what? Since when? And you're like, since 1996? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care what the rules are anymore. I just want our team to win, and we suck.
Yeah.
That's it. It was good to see Jarrett Patterson get a load this week. He was getting lathered up in this game. And I think part of the reason why they had him in with Antonio Gibson splitting time is that whole mile-high thin air situation.
You could see that. They were talking about it during the game, too, the announcers. And you could see that guys were gassed.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin, dude, he had asthma. It looked like he was like breathing so hard.
Yeah.
Out there. But, J.D. McKissick had a pretty good game. Mostly receiving.
Well, the big thing, let's go back to the whole kicking thing, because we lost by 7, but we really blew like 9 points in that game from kicking just because they didn't try out. We went for it on 4th and 1 at the 19 freaking yard line and failed, so that would have been a chip shot right there.
Yeah, that would have been 3.
And then he missed 2. And then he missed 2 field goals. Other than that,
he didn't miss 2.
I'm sorry.
He didn't miss 2.
Them. He got blocked.
They never got off the ground again. Weren't there 2 at the Packers game that got blocked, or just 1? I think there was
just 1.
1? 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 of his field goals got blocked. And then D-Hop, at least, he missed an extra point, but he actually got a game winner at the end of that game to beat the Eagles.
Good for him, too. Yeah, good for him, because the big thing there was that he missed an extra point earlier in the game, so he kind of figured it out there at the end. But
the Blewett, man.
Did anyone think that some guy named Blewett was going to be good? That's like a few years ago when people were like, we need to draft this quarterback named Blaine Gabbert. I'm like, who is Gabbert?
Ron Rivera thought
our leader is Gabbert.
Ron Rivera thought he was going to be good, dude. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed him. No, Blewett. See, that's another thing. It's almost like you're. No, never mind. I'm not going to say that because I don't think that is the case, and I don't want to start any kind of unfounded rumors from Harry Hog football. Any BR, you mean?
Any BR.
BR. Yeah, so where do we want to go from here in this conversation? Oh, we did get a voicemail from like a week or so ago. If you want to go to that
hold on.
part.
We have a lot of stuff to go through before we go through that.
Okay.
Because we've just been talking about we got Joey Sly.
Do we want to talk any more about the
Virginia
game
Tech.
before we go into this stuff?
No.
No? I do. I have a few things.
You're just like, hell yeah, I do.
A few things I want to talk about.
Okay.
And we have to give our games and kicks. Let's
right.
talk about Tyler Heineke.
Who?
What was he thinking?
Who?
Taylor Heineke.
Taylor. Oh, I thought you were talking about this other guy named Tyler Heineke because nobody knows how to say his freaking name. Taylor Heineke, people.
Are you done?
I'm done.
I said Taylor Heineke.
You said Tyler.
Rewind it. Anyway, Taylor Heineke. Taylor,
Dude,
don't call me.
National announcers are saying Tyler Heineke and Heineken.
Okay.
National announcers during games are calling him Heineken and Tyler. I don't think he
Taylor.
gets enough respect.
Taylor, don't call me Tyler Heineke. The end of the game. It's so frustrating when you have a chance to tie, even though it's a long shot. And he threw it out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
That's really, really frustrating. I mean, if nothing else, throw the ball up. Just throw it so someone can catch it in the end zone. Don't throw it out of the end zone. Just throw it straight up. I know his deep balls look like lame ducks all the time anyway. Just throw it up there like a 500 ball. Whoever wants the ball the most is going to catch it.
Yeah. Another thing I want to
Our
say.
defense, who like gave or 6 people let that guy get that touchdown a few weeks ago at the half.
Dude,
6 dudes.
Earlier in that game, though, at intermission, right before the intermission, he put one up in the end zone, and our dude was housed before the ball got there, like knocked out and down. They never call anything on Hail Marys. It's like, all right, and you know how I'm like hate all these dumb rules they have, like he gave himself up. Technically, he wasn't in there, but yet on a Hail Mary, you're just going to throw all the rules out the window because it's a Hail Mary? Go watch that play. Go watch that play.
They seem to do that a lot, yeah.
I know.
There's a lot of... I actually read a couple of articles this week about grumblings about how awful the officiating is this year. I mean, Jerome Booger's back still.
Dude, if we have him for our game on Sunday, it's going to be hilarious.
Tom Brady, yes.
Holden. Holden. Number 12. On the offense. Unabated to himself.
Unabated.
He's unabated.
At my ready. Start the clock at my ready.
Please wind the clock on my ready. Oh, man. I hope we have him, dude, because that's going to at least add some humor to the day. Speaking of, we will be at the game on Sunday, at the debacle, I might say. And we're going to hang out beforehand over at the Hale BBQ area. So anyone who wants to hang that's going to the game, you can find us by Hale BBQ, and you'll know who we are because, well, you can see what we look like on YouTube. Although I'm much more cool looking in person than I am on here. Just so you know.
Not me. I have a couple scars.
Anyway, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Around probably 9 or 10, something like that. And yeah, so I know that Shanny's going to the game. Cole CC's going to be there. Will the 5th and Sean the 6th are going to meet each other.
Wow, yeah, man.
I think Kenny Ken in Canada bailed, even though they opened up the borders for him.
That's a long trip, though. Maybe we'll see him next year. Maybe if we go to a game at Buffalo. Buffalo.
You know, if
Maybe
we shock the
there.
world, though, if we shock the world this weekend, Kenny Ken is going to be kicking himself for not going. Who else is going? I don't know. I think there was one or two other people that said they may be heading out to the pregame at the Hale BBQ setup. But anyway, we're looking forward to that.
I remember one year we went there. We ran into a
Chief
good
Z.
amount of people there
Chief
over
Z
the
was
years that just they didn't even go to the game. They were just there for pregame.
Yeah, that's what Sean the 6th and Will the 5th do. And you know what? I was thinking about how pathetic this is. Sean the 6th was saying in the peanut gallery that he's just starting a new job, so he doesn't have any extra cash for a ticket right now.
Right.
You know, Dan Snyder would rather have fans locked out of the stadium than give them a $10 seat up in the upper deck. You realize that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He'd rather them go outside, hang out, and then go home because he'd rather just have empty seats than a team Redskins team fan in there.
It's too bad too because I mean, yeah.
I mean, I think
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, maybe he can find a last minute ticket on like StubHub or something. And
Maybe.
get in for some cheap. I don't know. I haven't like monitored that because you know how it's all like on your phone now, right? Like the tickets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the last minute, do these people that are trying to sell their tickets, are they like, all right, $10? You know what I mean? Put them on there and get
That's
something
good.
for them.
And then you like, do they send it to you from their phone to your phone? Like, how's that work?
That's how it
Yeah.
works. It does work that way. That's how I
Yeah.
got the Packers tickets, and that's how we got these ones for this weekend. It's like run through Ticketmaster to like verify that it's real, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
they send it to you. So anyway,
Who knows?
back to actual football. I mean, the best thing about this game was obviously the cheerleaders with the inflatable Bronco
With the
suits.
humongous horses. Those are
With the
awesome.
horses. So it looked like they were actually riding horses around the sideline.
But big inflatable ones too.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and give our games and kicks then, shall we?
Okay. Sure.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award is given out every week in honor of the player that we felt contributed the most to giving us a chance to win the game.
You know who I'm giving my game ball to?
Who?
And we didn't talk about him yet, but he had a heck of a game. Landon Collins.
Yeah, this is the week where he had those 2 hits in the backfield, right? And like shut some stuff down.
And he had a sack, yeah. I mean, other people had, like, Jonathan Allen's just living up to that contract all the way.
Yeah.
Dron
But he
Payne
actually-
got one. James Smith-Williams has got one. That's good.
Yeah. But you're right, because Landon Collins, since they moved him to linebacker or whatever he wants to call it, has been playing better.
Yeah, because it suits him.
The sack that
You can't chase people, man. Just get in the box and hit them.
Yeah, I mean the sack that you're speaking of he was unblocked, but he had another hit that I was even more impressed with, where he just came flying up. It was like a screen they were trying to set up or something, and he just blew it.
And it was
up.
like a big open field tackle. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually that's a good one because we've been dogging on him for 2 years. So yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, he sucks usually. So I think everybody was really surprised during that game. I know we were. The announcers were.
I was like, that was Collins.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm gonna have to give my game ball to Jarrett Patterson because I just kind of got the feeling that the longer he went in that game, the more he was getting going like a diesel truck. And he has good vision, dude, of seeing like the holes and everything. Like I think more so than Antonio Gibson. Like he would get in there and get down behind those like big offensive linemen, and the defense would kind of lose sight of him, and he'd come squirting through. I think we should use him more. Like,
hopefully we'll keep going with it.
If we start using him more, especially going later in the game, like third and fourth quarter, when the defense is starting to get tired, I mean, I think that could be effective. So I'm giving mine to Jarrett Patterson. And the people in the peanut gallery, not throwing anything out right now. We got Shanny in there, David Herzing. Is that it? Is that everyone that's in the peanut gallery today? I think it is. But anyway, we'll give them
not many are in
seconds.
there right now.
5 seconds to throw one out there. 4, 3, 2. Okay, they're not throwing anything out. They're not paying attention to us. All right. So, yep.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
Kicking the Balls Award brought to you as always by Ridapoo. Would you like me to go first?
Blew it.
Did we say?
He blew it.
Or we haven't gotten to that yet.
For what?
Okay. We haven't gotten to the fact that he's...
Cut.
That's in a little bit. Okay, so, all right, that's a good one. Blew it. He blew it, dude. 2 blocked field goals.
And we went for it on the 19-yard line. We went for it instead of kicking a gimme field goal.
Early in the game. It wasn't like we had to have 7.
It was
Anyway.
in the first quarter.
1 of 5.
Ugh.
1 of 5 on 4th down, dude. 1 of 5.
Yeah. You can give it to him too, man.
David Herzing. I
an
don't
awful
remember
game.
anything from the game. It must have been boring or I wasn't paying attention. Or you're just numb. You're just numb to it by now.
Yeah, that's the thing there. Just numb.
All right, so that's a good one. Blew it. But I'm going to have to give mine to Taylor Heineke. I almost said it again. Taylor Heineke.
Sound like my dad. How's that Tyler guy doing?
He's pretty pedestrian, is what he's been lately. He's really good when he plays the Bucks, though.
Well, we'll find out this weekend. This game has Tom Brady putting up 50 on us and being given a great big FU to Taylor Heineke for
No way.
Giving him the worst chance of losing during the playoffs.
Nope. We're winning this game, dude. The Bucks got beat by the Saints.
Yeah. That's a division game, by the way, for them.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in division games, baby. Anything.
Anything can happen. When we play, let's go Tampa Bay.
Yep. We'll have to see. I mean,
That same girl's going to be behind you at the stadium this time. Yelling
will.
the whole game.
Well, she might be yelling the whole game, but I won't stay there.
Well, you'll have your choice of seats.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think there's going to be more Buccaneers fans, even like the fair weather ones. But I think there's going to be more Buccaneers fans than Washington fans this weekend.
We'll see.
We'll see it. We'll see it. Right on.
We'll be there giving live updates on the Discord channel this weekend. In the live podcast channel. We'll try to go there from the stadium if we can get enough signal. See what happens. Okay, so yeah. I don't think anyone in the peanut gallery wants to give out any kicks.
Other than the blew it.
Yeah, David Herzing is mentioning that he wants to see Shaka Toney play this week. Why not?
That would be interesting.
Put him in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's always he's always not dressed. Is the problem. Sounds like
right.
a problem for going outside, you know.
Yeah.
We need to talk about injuries before we move on here. Or I guess we
Yeah.
should move on to injuries, actually.
The injury report. Where's Sean in? He's supposed to be the injury guy.
So,
All right.
Brandon
Injury
Scherf
report.
might come back this weekend. Sam Cosby might come back this weekend. William Jackson III might come back this weekend. I don't know if we really want him back.
No, he sucks.
Wrong system for him. Wrong system. De'Ami Brown hopefully will be back. Eric Flowers hopefully will be back.
Yeah, hopefully. That's like half our offensive line.
I know, dude. And Roulet is out for the year. So they say Logan Thomas may be back. Kurt Samuel,
he may be back.
He may be back, but they someone from the Post said that they're going to have to put him on injured reserve if he can't come back this week. So
what about Fitzpatrick? Not back.
Fitzpatrick, he's not back. I'm telling you, dude, he's not going to play again for the Washington football team.
Why don't we just cut him?
Fitzpatrick is not going to play for us again.
Why don't we just cut him?
Because they don't understand that old men have hip problems. Don't come back to play sports.
No.
So
hopefully he doesn't fall over, because that can be the kiss of death for someone his age. Broken hip.
Oh, a damn hip.
Yeah, we've got so many injuries on the O-line. It's incredible. It's incredible that we held up as well as we did in the end of that game last week.
Pretty much everyone on the O-line except for Schweitzer.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this, and I was tempted to give my kick to my dog, Sadiq. He was bad. He was bad, dude.
But that's his first game, you know?
That still doesn't protect him from a kick.
Oh, no, dude, you're right. But, I mean, he's not like a first-round pick or anything like that, so.
Dude, Josh just sent me some
Dude,
random...
he's just a big deke, man.
Josh sent me a random text that he goes, I just met a guy named Richard Vane. So Josh is down in Miami at a conference.
SCTC.
He said he had to go to a cocktail hour, and he met a guy named Richard Vane. We're gonna name this episode Richard Vane. Anyway, thanks for that text, Josh.
Oh.
All right,
Good
I'm
stuff,
done.
Good stuff.
All right.
All right, more stuff. We signed center John Toth, the model, the XL model, to the practice squad again. He's like the guy that's going to get released and cut and signed like 6 times this year.
He's the Entertainment Tonight guy, right? John
No,
Toth?
that's Yanni, man. No, not John Toth. I forget Peter Tosh. No,
John,
is it
not
Tosh?
Peter. No,
No,
he's
it's
the
not
Ray
Peter
guy.
Tosh.
You
It's
mean
not-
John? It's John Tesh. It's John.
John Tesh. He's a composer of pop music as well as a radio host and television presenter.
Who?
Not to
Richard
be
Vane?
confused with Peter Tosh.
Richard Vane?
Richard Vane.
What does Richard Vane do? I'm gonna text Josh and be like, "What does he do?"
Yeah, see what he says. It's like who? Ask him what does he do. And
What
dude,
does he
this
do?
is very interesting. Actually, we also signed. This was last week, but we signed a running back to our practice squad. His name is Wendell Smallwood.
I
You
remember
guys
that
might
guy
remember him.
because
You
he
remember
torched
him
us. He torched us.
because he torched us because he was playing for the Eagles, and he was like this little 5'7" guy.
He's
Kind of
fast.
like our guy who would just like they bring him in as their second running back, and he would just torch us.
He torched us. I think he ended up winning
So
a game for them.
you know, we've got 2 games against the Eagles coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So interesting, very interesting there.
The Eagles actually looked pretty decent last week.
Yeah, it's week to week with these guys. I mean, Dallas was awful last week.
Yeah, you guys kept texting me. You and Josh. Dallas is getting destroyed. Oh, they're so bad they changed it off the game. That's because Fox can't stand to see Dallas lose.
They totally took the game off before it was over here in the greater Norfolk, Virginia Beach area.
They stroke Dallas so hard on Fox, it's not even funny.
They always do because they get ratings.
I guess. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I can't stand them. So we had a couple fumbles in this game. Taylor Heineke had 2.
Yeah.
David Mayo and Charles Leno Jr. jumped on them. FYI.
David Mayo. That's someone that I keep forgetting plays for us.
David Mayonnaise.
All right, so next week we're also going to be without Montez Sweat because of that broken jaw that he suffered. So we're going to see James Smith-Williams come in, and I think in he's not even in like that limited. He's in like I don't know 40% of the plays already, and he's got a few sacks. So he might have 3 on the year. I'm going to check that out.
Dude, did you hear Ron Rivera in his press conference talking so much about Chase Young and like what his issues were and how he's working hard
I heard about that, yeah.
get through them, and like saying that he's coming inside too quickly. He needs to stay outside a little bit longer before he ducks inside of the tackle. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I heard some of that stuff.
He wasn't saying that he was like slacker or anything.
Right.
He said that Richard Vane buys ship furniture.
Furniture.
Furniture for cruise ships is his job. He goes around looking for furniture to furnish cruise ships with. That's Richard Vane's claim to fame.
Main vein.
Richard's main vein. Anyway.
Well, this weekend.
What about this weekend?
Well, you said we're going to shock the world this weekend, so
we are.
What is your precarious prediction on it? That?
Oh, my precarious prediction. You ready for it?
Yeah.
24-17. Washington.
Whoa, 24-17, Washington. And Tom Brady, a 3rd loss on the year. Interesting.
And Chase Young is going to break back to his old ways and have 3 sacks on Tom Brady.
Maybe Rivera had a little bit of a Vince Venn whisperer going on there, trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, he's going to figure it out against Tom. Big Tom B.
Big Tom B. Oh, we have something else. We had that voicemail that we were talking about that we got.
Oh, yeah. Are we ready for that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got a voicemail on the hog line. It was actually a couple weeks ago after the Packers game. But I'll just go ahead and play it. And we can discuss.
This is from a new listener. Well, he's been around for a while, but.
Hey, Harry Hog Football. This is Jared Brennan. I'm a longtime Washington fan. I love what you guys are doing. I've been listening for about 5 years now. Appreciate everything you all are doing. I want to hear about what you guys have to think about I know it was a while back, but there was a tweet from RG3 himself saying make the call, and it had a video of his 76-yard touchdown run against the Vikings back in 2012, meaning that RG3 is eyeing a possible return to Washington. What do you think of that? I would like to know what you guys think about that, and I also would like to know what you guys think about possibly signing Cam Newton, knowing that he's fully vaccinated. Anyways, I would just like to know what you guys think about that. We suck, by the way. Let's hope we can get it together. I'm all up for an RG3 reunion, so that's all I'm going to say. You guys are awesome, and Looking forward to your next episode. Take care. God bless. Hail to the football team.
Well,
Thanks,
think
dude.
is his name Jarrett Brennan? Is that what he said?
It might be Jarrett.
Jarrett Brennan. Anyway, thanks for the voicemail, and you
Dude,
can always join the Discord room and throw chats and things in there and confirm what your name is. Yeah, so let's break that down. Let's talk about the RG. Did we mention this RG3 thing?
Oh yeah.
Hello? I guess he was still on there. He was on there. Hello. Jarrett Brennan. Anyway, thanks for this. Let's see. RG3. Let me think
Let's go
about
through
this.
that. RG3. Man, 2012 was such an exciting year. That's
9
the last
years
time
ago.
you and I saw the Redskins win a game. Was that end of the year game against Dallas?
Wrong. We saw him beat the Dolphins.
You're
2
right.
years
We
ago.
did see him beat the Dolphins down there. You're right.
When they were tanking for Tua, and now they
When
won't
we were
trade him
tanking
away.
for Tua and nobody was thinking about getting Justin Herbert. Man,
Yeah.
hindsight. Well, that's what it is, hindsight.
Anyway,
Dude, RG3 just can't.
he got ruined.
He got ruined that year. And he's never able to come back from that, really. And just, I don't know.
But I
It's
guess
going to be the same thing with Cam Newton when we talk about Cam Newton, because I mean, I'm looking at those two, and there's like 31 other teams that aren't calling them either.
yeah. In fact, Cam Newton just got straight up cut from the Patriots, right?
Yeah. They just
And no
straight up cut him
one-
like at the end of the preseason. Like it was a big surprise. Everyone's like, "What?"
And let's just say Ron Rivera is Mr. Panther as far as signing ex-Panthers, and he didn't even look his way, so he's
I
got
don't
to
think
know
he likes
something.
him.
Yeah, me either.
Yep.
So, Cam Newton.
Plus, I mean, the guy's shoulder is in terrible shape. He can't throw the ball more than 5 yards. Throws it right into the ground. He's been doing that for a bit.
But
you know.
maybe what Jarrett Brennan is saying, how does he compare to who we have now that Fitzpatrick is injured and Heineke is coming down from the clouds?
Right.
How would
Heineke-
RG3 compare to what we got going on right now?
That's true.
Sign him for the
We could
league
also
minimum.
put you. We could also, yeah. I think the big thing, and Odell Beckham Jr., you know, the guy that had the fight with with the kicking net a few years ago against us when he was with the Giants.
And he had the spat with Josh Norman, which we need to talk about, by the way.
Okay, they both suck.
No, we need to talk about Josh Norman this week. What happened to him?
Yeah, we do. You know, people don't want the headaches that come with these guys. I mean, some teams do. Some teams want those guys. Dallas gets those guys all the time. Cincinnati, the Bengals always hire thugs, man. It's like, I mean, guys have been cut from those two teams that should have been cut and thrown in jail.
Yeah, Ron
Like,
Rivera
right, should have been like a paddy wagon, right to get him out of there. Greg Hardy.
Yeah, Ron Rivera doesn't want anything to do with guys like
With guys that might go to
Cam
prison.
yeah. Well, even guys like, not that they're going to go to prison, but just guys that are kind of like divas. It seems like he doesn't want anything to do with those. And let's face it, RG3 was a little bit of a prima donna. He had some stuff going on with Shanahan's or whoever knows what happened with all that stuff. I don't think he wants any of those
didn't learn how to
dudes.
become an NFL like quarterback though.
Yeah,
Once
he
his
doesn't.
legs were blown out, he couldn't throw with anybody.
Yeah. So, you know, if we're like 2-14, 2-12, and someone wants to bring RG3 back for the final 3 games of the season just to for old time's
that we're going
sake,
to be in the bottom 5, that will be in the top 5 of drafting. Let's bring in RG3 for the last games, then we know we're gonna end up with like the number 3 pick.
David Herzing. So you're saying you don't want Ruggs?
Or that other dude, that quarterback that they just cut from over there too. They just cut that guy today or yesterday. like Ruggs last week and then this week. That guy was like, I don't know, he was like made videos on YouTube and he was threatening people, like real life people, and he was like waving guns around in the video, and the Raiders were just like, see ya. Like their 2 first-round picks from last year have both been cut in the last week and a half.
Yeah. And they're still way better than us.
Yeah. That's an awful story.
I think we'll pass on all of those guys. I think it's good that.
Well, Ruggs is not going
house.
to. I don't know if Ruggs will ever get out of jail, considering how bad.
Well, he posted
that girl
bail
and her
today.
dog burned alive.
Yeah, and they tried to get her out or something, and they couldn't. Or
Yeah. I mean, burned alive. So he won 156 in a residential area.
is that what I thought it was on the Strip? Where?
No.
In a residential area in Las Vegas, 156 miles an hour, like in a 25.
Maybe
30?
it's 35. Maybe
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Maybe it's a road going. It doesn't matter. It was 156, man.
No, that guy's done.
Yeah, I mean, he should never get out of jail. That's a horrible thing.
It's just ridiculous.
Anyway, so let's move back to Odell and Josh Norman and talk about what happened to Josh Norman in San Francisco this last weekend. Just a throwback. Where are they now? Harry Hog football episode.
Josh Norman is playing for the 49ers. And John, you saw this or sent the article. Did you see it happen? Apparently, Josh Norman was having some quote-unquote friendly banter with the Cardinals coach on the sideline, like friendly argument about a play or something, and he wasn't paying attention to the game is what we can gather. And Shanahan afterwards benched him for the rest of the game. Because he was like, I wanted him out of there. Yeah, he got a flag.
He got a flag for
it was a costly
or something.
Like some flag, and then he was like, I wanted him out of there, is what he said in the post game press conference or what have you. And then he benched him the second half too. Also, he sucks. And he sucks. He was always more about like saying how cool he was and how good he was than actually playing. So, at least for us.
His first year is pretty good, but I mean, he declined very quickly.
His last year for us, dude, I don't know how anyone picked him up. I don't know how anyone picked him up.
Yeah. I know exactly why, because people are like, well, he got cut by the Washington football team, and we know they suck, so maybe he just had a bad thing going on there, and he'll be fine if we pick him up. But he didn't. Probably. I mean, he was sucking in Denver, where is he? Buffalo, and
and they were like, oh wait, they must have been right. He did suck.
Yeah,
that's what we said.
Again, I mean, he was really good when he was in Carolina.
Hi, Henry.
Why didn't we get him when he was still in Carolina? Come on. Oh, we didn't have our whole Carolina connection at that point.
I think Henry just came in here from eating toilet paper out of the bathroom. That's the dog. There's Henry. What are you doing? Sit down.
I'm glad you added that in there because I know who Henri is, but I don't think the listeners know.
Did I tell you that?
It's a girl, by the way.
Yeah. Did I tell you? Did I tell you that Amelia got these like clippers, dog clippers, and was shaving or like trimming the dog, and she like forgot that she took the little guard off of it and accidentally made a line in the side of Henry, like all the way shaved down, and then
Can you see it?
Yeah. So then she was like, well. She was like, well, since I accidentally shaved a line in Henry, I just went ahead and made it an H. So Henry's walking around with this big H shaved in her side. And eating toilet paper.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, eating toilet paper.
What, Henry, what? Why do you keep jumping up on me? I think she's got to go out and go pee. Anyway,
You got to go out. She's just like, I got.
She's looking at me.
It's crazy.
She's looking at me with her H, like, I gotta go pee. Watch, if I don't hurry up in the podcast, she'll just be like, right in front of me. Okay.
Boy.
All right. What else do we need to talk about before you and I go rock this this game where we're gonna shock the world?
Shock the world.
We'll do some live. Tune in before the game when we're onto our Discord server, which you can get to at discord.gg/5YW 5YFT. We're gonna try to pop into that live podcast room in there and do some pre-gaming, and you can come in there and I guess chat with us and whatnot. We've never actually tried to use it, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure Sean the Sixth will tell us how to use it since he's like Mr. I don't know, technology. So pop in there before the game. Send us some email. You can send it at hhfpodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on the hog line, like Brendan. Jarrett Brendan. He'll correct us, I'm sure.
Brendan, I think.
Brendan at the hog line 202-735-1788.
We've had that number for a long time at this point.
And is that about it? On Twitter at Harry Hog.
That's about it. Yeah, on Twitter at Harry Hog, HARRY Hog.
I think that about ends it up until I see you on Saturday, dude, where we are going to be pre-gaming in DC.
Yes, sir.
You got anything else to add about how awesome our team is?
Nope.
You're going to get a Blewett jersey this Sunday. Is he any good? They're going to be on super sale.
Dude, I don't even know if they made enough. I don't even know if they got to the press.
Dude, I don't even know if they actually made him a home jersey. He never had to wear a home jersey.
He never did have to wear a jersey. He never did play in Washington.
Yeah, I'm one of 50 fans that have actually seen him play live, Redskins fans. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins. And if you see a Cowboys fan after that debacle they had,
Chioka!